Welcome everybody. Today I will discuss about proper etymology and definitions of yoga. So let's start. The word yoga or yog is derived from the root word yuj. So the word yoga is a Sanskrit word. Yoga is a Sanskrit word and it is derived from the root word yuj. And yuj, the root word, this root word yuj, which means joining. Yujyate anena yogaha. Yoga is that joins. It is commonly understood to mean union. So, what we learned? The yoga word is a Sanskrit word, or this Sanskrit word yoga or yog is derived from the root word yuj, which means joining. Yoga is that joins. It is commonly understood to mean union. But what are the entities that are joined? That is the question. It is the joining of the Jivatma, that is individual self, with the Paramatma, that is universal self. So yoga is the union of Jivatma, that is individual self, and the Paramatma, that is universal self. Later I will discuss it elaborately. So it is an expansion of the narrow constricted egoistic personality to an all-pervasive, eternal and blissful state of reality. It is an expansion of the narrow, constricted, egoistic personality to an all-pervasive, eternal and blissful state of reality. Clear? Now, what is the concept of Paramatma or Paramatman in yoga? Who is Paramatman? Who is a special individual, a personality who rules all this universe, or who is the king of this universe? No. In yoga, Paramatman means universal consciousness, the controller of the universe, but in energy form. Paramatman is universal consciousness, the controller of the universe, who controls or which controls this universe, but in energy form, not a special person. Clear? Then what is the Atman? This is individual consciousness. Paramatman is universal consciousness, but Atman is individual consciousness. Paramatman is the controller of the universe, but Atman is the controller of the self. Controller of the self. Who reside or which reside within our human body. But Atman is also in energy form. Clear? And Atman merging with Paramatman is Kaivalya. Atman merging with Paramatman is Kaivalya according to Yoga. If Paramatman is the ocean, Atman is a drop of its water. Please concentrate on this line. If Paramatman is the ocean, Atman is the drop of its water kept in a container. That is, which is container? That is body. Atman resides within our body, and Paramatman is universal consciousness. And when Atman merge with Paramatman, that is Kaivalya according to Yoga. The union of Atman and Paramatman, Jivatma and Paramatma, same concept. Clear? Next, yoga is to join. We basically means yoga is the union of individual self and universal self, that is Jivatma and Paramatma. But yoga not only join Jivatma and Paramatma, yoga is to join person to person. Although the meaning is same, Atma merge with Paramatma and a person merge with another person, or one individual self merge with another individual self, the concept is same. Clear? Yoga is to join person to person, that is universal brotherhood. It is very needed. For a beautiful, peaceful world, universal brotherhood is needed. So yoga is to join person to person, that is universal brotherhood. Body and mind, that is concentration. When body and mind joins, we can concentrate easily. Yoga is also joined mind and soul, that is self-realization. Mind and soul. Soul is individual self. Which is individual self? That is soul. And self realization and the word kaivalya is similar meaning, or we can say same word. Yoga is also joined soul and supreme soul. Soul is nothing but individual self, and supreme soul is nothing but universal self. Same concept. What is soul? That is individual self. And what is supreme soul? That is universal self. And when soul merge with supreme soul, that is samadhi. And yoga is also joined Atman and Paramatman. That is Kaivalya. So the word Kaivalya or Samadhi or self-realization is same. Or the word Nirvana, according to Buddha, great yoga master Buddha. The word Nirvana is same as Kaivalya, Samadhi or self-realization. Same word. And this is the ultimate goal of yoga. So many people think that we should practice yoga to fit our body. It is true. It is true. But it is not the ultimate. The ultimate goal of yoga is the union between Jivatma and Paramatma. Clear? Next, what is the definition of yoga? There are so many definitions, but I will discuss according to three important yogic texts, that is Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Bhagavad-Gita and Katha Upanishad. At first, I will discuss the definition of yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It is the most important yogic text. Sage Patanjali, who wrote the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, or Maharshi Patanjali, defines yoga as a method to stop thought waves. Maharshi Patanjali defines yoga as a method to stop thought waves, or we can say a technique to stop our so many thoughts. According to Sage Patanjali, any technique that keeps the mind, which is chitta and mind is same. According to Sage Patanjali, any technique that keeps the mind away from disturbances can be called yoga. any technique that keeps the mind away from disturbances is yoga. In other words, the state where mind ceases to exist, that is called yoga. The state, according to Patanjali, Maharishi Patanjali, the state where mind ceases to exist. Stop the thought waves. And we can say that state is samadhi. So the state where the mind ceases to exist is called yoga. So according to Patanjali, a method to stop thought waves is yoga. Clear? Next, Katha Upanishad. Katha Upanishad defines yoga as a spiritual effort to keep the senses steady and detached from worldly affairs. Please concentrate. What Katha Upanishad says? Katha Upanishad defines yoga as a spiritual effort to keep the senses steady and detached from the worldly affairs. Attachment to the world. Attachment to the world is the cause of suffering and bondages. No doubt. Attachment to the world is the cause of suffering and bondages. And attachment is possible only through the senses. Therefore, according to Katha Upanishad, yoga is a technical process to divert the senses towards inner reality. That is Brahman. See that in this world, every object is temporary. Even our body, that is also a temporary. In this world, every object, where it is body, any material things, all are temporary. And what is temporary? That is definitely is the cause of suffering. So yoga is a technical process to divert this temporary world to that eternal, permanent reality that is Brahman. Beautiful definition given by Katha Upanishad. Next, Bhagavad-Gita. We all know that it is most important, or we can say one of the most important yogic ancient text. Which gives another technical meaning of yoga. What Bhagavad Gita says? That purity of mind is called yoga. purity of mind is yoga. Only a balanced, that is samatvam in Sanskrit, only a balanced mind can unite with divine. Only a balanced mind can unite with divine. So the purity of mind is called yoga. Thus, Bhagavad-Gita offers three definitions of yoga. Yoga is the equanimity of mind, balanced mind, samatva mind. Next, yoga is the art of performing action. Yoga is a skill to perform any action without any attachment. Because attachment to the world is the cause of suffering and bondages. And where there is no attachment, no suffering. Next, yoga is the destroyer of misery. So according to Bhagavad-Gita, yoga is the equanimity of mind. Yoga is the art of performing action. And yoga is the destroyer of misery. Clear? So, I have discussed about etymology and definitions of yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Bhagavad-Gita and Katha Upanishad. Today, we stop here. In another or upcoming series, will continue on different topics of or different important topics of yoga, which are very important in respective of YCB level exam and NET JRF. So stay tuned with us. Thank you.